This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing should be taken as factual. This is all my astrological opinion. Please enjoy. Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another celebrity reading. I'm doing great today. I hope you guys are doing great as well, or whenever you're watching this video. So we're doing another celebrity reading today. And the celebrity I chose to do the reading on today is one of those celebrities that goes by one name and you just know who she is. She is iconic in her own right. She is a singer. She's a songwriter. She is a business mogul. Most importantly, she became a mother here recently. And she's going to be headlining a very popular sporting event here in the United States. I believe sometime in January, February. I really don't follow sports like that. I think it's February. But I've already told you who this person is. So the celebrity we're going to be highlighting today is none other than Rihanna. Yes, we're going to be highlighting Rihanna. Some celebrities don't even need a description because if I give you one clue, then you know exactly who this person is. So I decided that I wanted to highlight Rihanna, try to take a peek at what's going on in her life. You know, she recently became a mother. Congratulations to her. And she recently was tapped to do the halftime show at the Super Bowl, which I believe is in next February 2023. So I'm excited for her to get back on stage. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So Miss Rihanna was born February 20th, 1988 at 8:50 a.m. I have a birth time. In Bridgetown, St. Michael, Barbados. She's an island girl. She's currently 34 years old. This makes her a Pisces sun, Aries moon, and Aries rising. So she's a double Aries. So let's talk about this Pisces sun that she has. Pisces people, their imagination. Pisces rules your imagination. The afterlife. Pisces rules, that illusion. Pisces rules makeup and film and creativity and all those things that seem to align with Rihanna's image that she puts out, how we experience her. Now, she's a double Aries. And this speaks to her being an entrepreneur. Okay, this also speaks to her being very headstrong, being very opinionated, speaks her mind, very smart. And this also speaks to the prominence of her forehead, because she's known as having, a prominent forehead. So I find with her having an Aries sun and an Aries rising, and Aries ruling the head, she was going to have very distinct features around her face. So, again, she's a Pisces sun, Aries moon, and Aries rising. Now, as with everyone, I do relationship activity age. I do my calculations to come up with the age in which I feel like someone will step into relationship energy. And I base it on 4 components. Number 1, this would be if the person is totally single. This would be the age in which someone would come into their life, potentially for a long-term committed relationship. Scenario number 2 would look like if the person was in a committed relationship and the relationship is going well. This would be the energy around the relationship, putting permanence on it. So that could look like moving in together, getting engaged, getting married, or making an exclusive monogamous commitment to each other. Scenario number 3 would be if the person is in a relationship and the relationship is not going well. This could definitely put an energy around issues coming up in the relationship with the potential for a breakup. And scenario number 4 would be, this will be the time that the person will get serious about what they want in a relationship, what they want in a partner, and working on themselves and how they show up in relationships. And to be honest with you, all these scenarios can play out in 1 year. The age in which I came up with it, I feel like something should shift or transform by way of her romantic life, is actually the age of 36. Okay, so currently she's 34. So the last time she had a shift, I believe, should have been around the age of 33 with her relationship. But because she's one of those celebrities. It's kind of private, with her private life and everything. We really don't know. We can only speculate. But the next time she'll have energy around her relationship will be at the age of 36. Now, she has some other stuff going on with her that will definitely, more than likely, have her experience a relationship shakeup, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the reading. Now, the theme of her birthday year. So this would have been from last February 2022 to her next birthday 2023. That would have been the theme of her year, would have been around 11th house things. So that would have looked like her friendships, social groups that she's a part of. That would have looked like her long-term goals, dreams, and wishes, technology, and the masses and humanitarian work. So this would have been to the forefront with her, maybe a restructuring in her friend groups. Maybe she was making new friends. Maybe there was some dynamics with regards to her friendships. Maybe some friendships changed, came to an end, or they had to be adjusted in some way. This would also have looked like groups that she attached herself with and that she aligned herself with, maybe in business or maybe on a personal level. And this would also look like the accomplishment or the realization of some long-term goal that she had for herself. Now, keep in mind, she did become a mother, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, she had spoken about definitely wanting children in her life. So this would have been one of those long-term goals that she would have reached, which could be motherhood. And maybe things around her business. This definitely would look like, because this is the area that governs the masses, and I put social media and influencers in this area, in this 11th house. So this was definitely the reach that her Fenty beauty line had over this last year, and its prominence and its changes, and she reaching out. And now, coincidentally, that she's been tapped to do the Super Bowl. This is a big, huge event that reaches the masses. And this is what the 11th house is. This is not just the smaller. This is the collective. This is humanitarian. This is things of that nature. So a lot of humanitarian projects could have come up with her. I think she was given some type of ambassadorship this year or some type of recognition in her hometown of Barbados. So things of that nature would have been a theme for her. Now, as she moves forward in her next birthday, so that will be February 20th, 2023 to February 2024, her energy is, okay, so for her next birthday, when she turns 35, so that will be from February 20th, 2023 to February 2024, her energy is going to change and her theme is going to change. And that's going to be more things with regards to the 12th house. So this could definitely look like the 12th house encompasses our healing, our trauma, our addictions, work that we do behind the scenes. This is going to be where we have our closures, where our spirituality is here. This is also the space of confinement. So this includes hospitals, rehab centers, and prisons. So what I can anticipate for her for this year of 35 that's coming up for her next February, energy around her healing. Energy around a lot of self-care. This may put her in a space of going into some type of seclusion or not being out as much. And this is kind of something that's self-imposed. This is about her healing. This is going to be, that'll be a great year for her to face any type of addictions that she may have. And anything could be an addiction. We don't always have to think of drugs and alcohol. We can have a shopping addiction, a sex addiction, substance abuse addiction, addiction to the wrong people. But addressing any type of addictions that she may have could come to the forefront. This is her tapping into her spirituality. This is her moving in silence and working on projects behind the scenes, and her doing a lot of behind the scenes, especially humanitarian work and volunteer work behind the scenes. Now, with regards to confined spaces, this could definitely have her contending with the potential for a hospital stay. And this could possibly put her in proximity to dealing with someone that may be contending with a legal situation with the possibility of being confined in by the legal system. So she may have to deal with that. But this is all about her healing and self-care. Hopefully she's going to be in some type of therapy during this time. And that's going to be the theme of her 35th year when she turns 35. Now we're going to talk about some transits that I see coming up for her, where her energies are going to be, where she's going to have her biggest blessings, and where she may have some challenges that she needs to work on. First thing we're going to talk about is actually we're going to go back to this 12th house. So in addition to the theme of her year focusing on her 12th house, she also has some planets in this same house that are going to trigger a lot of activity. One of those planets is Jupiter, the other is Neptune. Okay, so it's going to be in the 12th house. So anytime Jupiter goes through a house, it stays there about a year and a half. So she's definitely going to have probably another year of this energy. Jupiter comes in to expand. It's the planet of expansion, growth, opportunity, wisdom, and healing. It's a very spiritual planet. So when it comes through a house, number one, it wants to come there to bring that particular area of your life a blessing, a healing, opportunity, and growth. And it being in the 12th house for another year for her, this is definitely going to support her in any type of healing and self-care work that she wants to do for herself. Because remember, this is a healing planet. This is the planet that garners your wisdom. So this is going to be drawing from her experience, her wisdom, and how she needs to address and tackle certain things in her life. Now, what could happen is, because Jupiter is the planet of expansion, it could come in and blow up certain things in her life. So if there are things that Rihanna has not been wanting to address, or she's felt like she had addressed them, but in actuality she just suppressed them, Jupiter will come in and blow those things up with the concept or with the desire to be addressed and to be healed from Jupiter's healing energy. Now, this definitely bodes well for her working behind the scenes on projects, because she definitely will be divinely blessed in that area. But I'm gearing and leaning more towards her taking care of herself and healing herself on a psychological and spiritual level. Now, she also has Neptune here. Neptune actually rules this particular house, so it's very comfortable here. But Neptune is the planet of compassion. It's the planet of our fantasy, dreams, spirituality, but it's also the planet of a little bit of confusion and delusion, and sometimes seeing things as we want them to be as opposed to what they truly, truly are. This energy right here is an energy that could potentially have her not wanting to address certain things that are going on in her life. Okay, whereas Jupiter's trying to get her to heal from it, Neptune is basically kind of working against it with regards to her having an idea of the way she wants to see things as opposed to what they truly, truly are. So Neptune stays in a house, I think roughly for 14 years. And it's been here for several years, and it has several more years to go. So this is going to be a time that sometimes there's confusion about things that are done behind the scenes. This is the house of secrets. So she may find herself in a space where, as information is being withheld from her, she's things that she needs to know, people are not telling her. Or maybe this has to do with things that she's holding on to and she's not sharing with others. But it's can be somewhat of a confusing type of energy sometimes. But also it is a helpful energy because it's a spiritual energy. So it will help her to tap into her spiritual side. Now, going back to this Jupiter in the 12th house, one of the things that I forgot to mention that Jupiter can bring on is a secret romance. And when I say secret romance, this could look like many different things. This could look like, you being in a relationship with someone and you deciding to keep the relationship private until it's going somewhere. Or maybe you're in a relationship and you're just not certain about it at this time and you would rather just kind of like keep it quiet, or you want to have some type of protection over your current relationship, so you try to keep it as private as possible. On the other end of that, this could definitely bode for being in relationship with someone that is not totally available. And this could look like they are in another relationship with someone else. This could be they're emotionally unavailable to you. This could mean there's something going on with them that is going to keep you from not being attached to them in an emotional sense or in a physical sense. Because what this could do is put distance, especially with that Pluto there. This could put distance from you and the person that you're in a relationship with. And that could be where this person is being taken out of your day-to-day life with regards to a confinement situation. Maybe they're going into the hospital or checking themselves into rehab, or they're dealing with a prison stay of some sort. So with regards to her, there could be some type of distance put between her and her partner, just depending on what the circumstances are. And finally, this does bode for infidelity in the relationship. When you have Jupiter in the 12th house, this definitely could set up for someone that is stepping outside of the relationship and dealing with other people. I'm just giving you the information. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot me. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is her 11th house. And funny enough, here again, the theme has been the 11th house, friends and groups and organizations. But she also has Saturn in this 11th house. Saturn transits the house about 2.5 years. So Rihanna has about 2 years of this energy. When Saturn comes into a house, it comes in there to see the value and to whip this area of your life into shape and to come in to teach you lessons. Because Saturn is all about the foundation, the longevity of something, getting serious about your life, getting serious about certain areas of your life. And it's going through her 11th house. So here lies again, we're back on these friends. So definitely, I can definitely say there's going to be, or has been, or currently shakeups in her friend groups and her trying to figure out the dynamics of her friends. So we don't know too much about her friend group. She keeps that kind of tight, but I'm sure enough there may be some, at this time, some reevaluation of her friendships, organizations that she ties herself to, and probably a change in her long-term goals, things that she had set out for herself, whether they were personal or business or whatever that looks like for her. She may be restructuring those things and they're changing at this time. Okay. And definitely, this could definitely get her more serious about her humanitarian work across the world. Because remember, this is global. This is the area that governs our humanitarian work and giving and taking care of others. Okay. Now, she has Uranus in the 2nd house. Uranus stays in the house for about 7 years. It literally just entered her 2nd house of earned income. This is how she earns her money. This is her work ethic. This is her daily routines. Material possessions are here, and this is the area that governs our self-value and our self-worth. When Uranus transits a house, Uranus is the planet of unexpected change, unpredictability, doing things differently, doing things in a more innovative way. And when it goes to your 2nd house, it's there to disrupt how you earn your money. Okay, so we could definitely see Rihanna moving forward over the next few years and earning her money in an innovative type of way. So this definitely could look like her getting into more technology-based business. I don't know what that could look like for her, but this definitely could look like her transitioning, not necessarily away from the beauty business or not necessarily away from the music, but her adding different, more out of the box, forward thinking type ways of earning her money. So this is technology based things. This could be earning her money around cryptocurrency of some sort, but it looks very different. Now, one of the other things that could happen is, with Uranus being the planet of unpredictability and unexpected change, fluctuations over the next 7 years with her money. Now, I know y'all saying she's a billionaire, so, it probably won't affect her like it would a normal, regular, everyday person. But this could definitely bring extreme highs and extreme lows with regards to her earning potential and how she earns her money. So she definitely should be prepared for those types of fluctuations and looking for new innovative ways to earn money. This will also put her in the space of wanting to detach from material things and detaching from her money. So if she's had an unhealthy relationship with money where she ties a lot of her self-worth and her self-value into it, she may be going to a phase of detaching herself from any type of unhealthy relationship or unhealthy dynamics that she has with regards to money, making her more charitable, giving away more of her wealth and spreading her wealth around, and understanding that not to be so tied up and attached to things of that nature. I don't know how benevolent she is. I don't know what that part of her is like, but if it's not developed, it will definitely start to develop over the next few years. She also has Pluto in the 10th house, another transformative energy. Pluto typically stays in the house for about 14 years. So when we have those slow moving transits, it's all about transformation. You won't feel the energy as much as you will feel like a faster moving planet like Jupiter or Saturn or Mercury or something like that. But the slower moving planets are just as impactful, if not more, because they're there to transform you. So her Pluto is in her 10th house of career, her reputation, her public standing, her public image. This is the area that governs our father. This is the area that governs masculine energy, the prominent men in our lives, but particularly this is ruled by our father, and this is the career house and our long-term goals and status with regards to our career. She has Pluto going through there currently in retrograde in Capricorn. Now, this could definitely transform over the next few years her career, because we already talked about how she earns her money changing. So that definitely triggers a career change for her and how she does her career. So she'll go do a transformation of a lot of changes around her career and what she is known as in the public. Now, this definitely could transform or put attention on her relationship with her father. And because she has probably about 7 more years of this energy, there's going to be some deep psychological dealings with regards to her dad. I don't know the dynamic of her relationship with her father. I don't know if it's the best, but there's definitely the opportunity for some type of transformation in that area because of Pluto. I would strongly suggest to her that she spend as much time with her father here over the next year or two. I'm not going to say any more than that. Just if there's a dynamic that needs to be straightened out or can be straightened out with her and her dad, and they can get to a better space within the relationship, I would definitely support her doing that. Just doing what needs to be done around the dynamics of her father. And I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Now, her North Node and South Node. She has a North Node in her first house. The South Node is in her 7th house. So the nodes, the North Node is the node of destiny. This is where we're going. This is what we're trying to get to. This is what we're trying to vibrate higher to. And the South Node is about releasing, about acknowledging something, releasing it, letting it go, dealing with that area of our life. The North Node is in her first house of her identity. This is the me. And the South Node is opposite that in their 7th house of the we. So this is all about the balancing of relationships for her and how she does relationships, how she can still maintain her individuality, but also be in relationship with other people. Here's the deal with this as far as I will interpret this. There's going to be some significant changes over the next year, because this is about a year and a half of transformative energy around her in this node with regards to her one-on-one relationships. Now, the 7th house one-on-one relationships, we primarily look at it as the marriage house or the long-term committed relationship house, but this could also be the area that governs one-on-one relationships with our family, our close friends, business partners, but people that we align with on a one-on-one basis. And this is also the area that governs legal proceedings. There's going to be a lot of lessons learned with regards to how she does one-on-one relationships across the board. Okay. This is going to be an energy around her trying to really, really understand how to do relationships. Some of those relationships will not last because this is about the releasing of things that no longer serve us. So, that area of her life is going to get very, very serious, a lot of her attention, and we may see her um, doing away with a lot of one on one relationships that don't serve her across the board, and her really tapping into who she is. One of the things that I noticed with Pisces, this is a very self sacrificing sign. And for me, looking at her, particularly her dating history, she has not had the most success with that. And I think she's going through this period or about to go through this period where she's really, really going to figure out how to do relationships in a healthy way for herself. Pisces is a very self sacrificing sign. And another thing that I noticed about her seventh house is ruled by Libra, which is about partnerships, and Libra is ruled by Venus. Ruled by Venus, and it sits in her natal 12th house. This is a lot of energy around attracting partners that you have a very karmic or heavy type attachment to. Rihanna has a lot of karma around how she does relationships, and she needs to start to work that out, or she will continue to draw to her men that are unavailable emotionally, physically, mentally. She can actually draw into relationships, and we've already seen this play out, that can be abusive, not only mentally, but physically and emotionally. So I hope she's going to take this next year and a year and a half to really find herself and find out how she does relationships and how she can release that toxic type energy that she has around it, and whatever this karmic debt that she has around relationships, releasing that, dealing with that so she can start to draw into her healthy relationships. I'm just going to say it. I don't believe that her current relationship is in the healthiest place. That is just my opinion and interpretation. I don't know that she's feeling that she's getting what she needs from the relationship. I do believe that there's some distance in a way. I've seen a couple of pictures of the two of them out together, and she, from my perspective, and this is just my opinion, I'm not stating any type of facts or saying anything, seems very disconnected. They seem to be two different types of people in this relationship, and she seems very disconnected. Now, could that be because she's a first-time mother? Maybe she's tired. Maybe her focus is on her baby. Yes, that could definitely be it, but I do think that there's some kind of disconnect in the relationship. That's just my opinion. Don't come for me. Okay. Now, what I will say is, even though she's heavy in relationship energy and trying to figure it out, she's going to have a window where this relationship situation she's going through, or what she's learning about relationships, could get better for her. And the window is going to be, I would definitely watch, because from May 2022 to October 2022, which is now, she's been in a relationship type energy around her. Now, when I say relationships, not just the one-on-one relationships with another person, but the most important relationship is the relationship you have with self. Okay. That's the primary relationship that you should be working on before you can even try to be in relationship with another person. So she's going to be out of that window at the end of this month. But from December 2022 to May 2023, we may see something that happens in a very positive way for her with regards to her one-on-one relationship in a romantic way. And the reason I'm excited about that for her is because Jupiter will be going into the sign of Aries during that time. And her natal Jupiter is in the sign of Aries. And anytime the transiting Jupiter goes into your natal sign, that is a trigger for a new beginning or a blessing over your relationship life. Now, depending on where she is during that time, that window from December 2022 to May 2023 is going to determine what it looks like. But she's going to be divinely blessed during that time. She's already got a sneak peek of what it looks like here this last May to October. So she's experienced the energy of it. I don't know what she did with it, but it's going to come back around in December and it's going to stay there for 5 months. Anything can happen with regards to her relationship life. It could get better. It could go through a change. It could go through a healing. So hopefully, with all the energy and the work she's doing with relationships, she finds what it is that she divinely wants and needs in a one-on-one relationship. Okay, so to sum it up, Rihanna, a lot of work with regards to her friendships. A lot of work with regards to the restructuring of her long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. She's going to have a lot of unexpected blessings in that area. And I do believe she's going to be doing a lot of humanitarian work. And I think she's going to be evolving into more of that. Her earning potential, her earnings are going to go through a transformation. So she's going to have some, like I said, some highs and lows in that. But I think she's going to be detaching more from her wealth and sharing and distributing with the masses. Okay. The area that she's going to have a challenge is behind the scenes, doing the psychological work to help her heal whatever trauma she's going through. Is there going to be a little relationship dynamic going on with her? I do believe there is. And I do believe there is. Unfortunately, I don't think that it's going to be something that's more on a positive note, but it's definitely going to be something that she's learning about herself and how she does relationships. And if she gets the lesson, I do believe later on this year and into May 2023, she may see a definite blessing around how she does romantic relationships. Okay. Now, that's it on Rihanna. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all the social media platforms at Melanin Goddess Life. If you're interested in your own personal reading with me, please email me at melaningoddesslife@yahoo.com. Currently, my website is down for rebranding and updating some things. So while my website is down, I am offering a special on my spiritual transit reading. It's regularly $75, but until the website is back up, it's going to be offered at $60. Okay, so if you're interested in reading, please email me and we will work out a time for a reading. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the video and you have a great day. Bye-bye.